When I started, this is all I had to use. Razor blade, some kind of credit card, driver's license, whatever. If you know what you're doing, it can be done, and I will demonstrate tinting a window with just these two items. This Titan, excuse me, I have two of these. New Camaros, you can't do them without it. Must have. Heat gun, must have. It's a dual Wagner, 700, 1100 degrees, I believe. Some kind of cleaning pad. Even though on brand new vehicles I seldom scrub the back window, I do squeegee, and as I'm squeegeeing I'll listen and feel for any specks or anything that needs to be cleaned off. A lot of times they'll stick tape, some kind of temporary license plate or something on there, you just have to catch. But new windows, I never clean the back glass whatsoever, defrost. I will hit the dot matrix sometimes if I think it's kind of greasy or waxy, but quad aught steel wool is the only cleaning pad I've ever used and will. I've tried some of the plastic scrub pads, they don't work like this in my opinion. Spray bottle. I like the pump up sprayers. This one's a little big. I like to carry everything with me. I never want to have to travel, whether it's 5 steps or 2 miles to get something. I carry multiple of these, always dropping and breaking. And but this is a good size. It works. I can easily do two and a half, maybe even 3 cars with one fill. The smaller ones work better, but you're going to fill them more often. Alright, here's my tool pouch, just like I wear it every day and have for over, like I said, 4 decades. Golf towel. It's just a clip on. Get them anywhere, Walmart, whatever. You have to be careful with these metal clips. If you're in the habit of leaning against the car, you will scratch them. But I have multiple of these. I probably have 5, 6. And I try to change them out once every few days when I'm in the busy season and keep them clean. You can see that one's been through the washer many times. Pouches in themselves, they normally come sewed up, and I always cut that seam out. I like my pouch wide open to easy access. All my tools are jumbled in there, but I don't have that many, so it's not that difficult to go through and find what I need. Sometimes your knife's on the bottom, you have to dig for it. No big deal. This is everything I use. I'm gonna dump it right out. %, automotive. I can do any car out there with what's on the table. Just some extra razor blades, some points that's been broken off, but that's it. That's everything. Conquest. I've been using this for years, since they came out. Like I said, when we started Bondo, when I started we had pretty much a Bondo and a soft squeegee. But we'll start with Conquest. This came out a few years, probably in the 90s, I think. And you can see I've trimmed this back over the course of it being used. I just take some tin snips and keep trimming as that edge goes back. But I use this as much or more as any part of this squeegee to open my gaskets, to tuck if I go beneath a gasket, which isn't very often. I'll open the gasket up and run it down. It works great for that. And then when I don't want to go to the van and get the Titan, I can get this. A lot of things with the point. Front windshields, some of the back glasses. Great tool to have, must have. I know these come in a variety of different compounds and colors, but the original black, it's my favorite and always has been. I've used everything out there, but I've always come back to this one right here. And you can see this one here has some miles on it. You can see how the corners are a little rounded. Here's a new one for example. Like I said, I carry multiple backups of every tool on the table, and they actually, in my opinion, work better once they're a little broken in. They bend a little. The harder compound ones, the Everlast, whatever you want to call them, turbos, whatever, they're not for me. They don't bend very well. They don't form. So much glass is curved. This thing does it all. They hit the nail on the head when they invented this. Compounds are just like tire compounds. Softer the tire compound, the better traction you get. So that's how I look at these soft squeegees. Is the softer it is, the better traction, better cleaning that you're going to get from it. So I've always used them. This one's probably 3 years old, and like I said, you can really see how it's how it's used. It's a good one. Let's go with the yellow Bondo's, what I call this one. You can see this. I haven't used this edge a lot. You can see I've used this one quite a bit, but I just started flipping over and using this side. It had a piece of felt on it that I eventually ripped off. Because I don't use those, and it's how a lot of them come these days. But again, you know, these edges, round edges, I prefer a squeegee that's broken in. They work well. And this one takes it takes some maintenance. You want to keep that edge smooth, and you can feel any nicks. Sometimes I get nicks thrown them in my pouches, but they're easily smoothed out. Denim jeans work well. You can just hold your knee up and rub it back and forth, and you can really get it smoothed out. Build a little heat on it, and you can feel it just turns baby smooth. So that's a go-to. And this is just to cut one of these, and it's to really get in there and get my corners. And small quarter glasses, must have. You can actually even clean glass with this. It doesn't clean, of course, as well as a soft squeegee, but it will clean quarter areas where you can't actually get this one in. You know, the Conquest works well also, but of course it's so much bigger. And you could even cut those down if you wanted, but it's more tools you can have. This one works just fine. Always carry a pack of blades. Just go through so many. Stainless steel, OFA knife, self-explained. It's the only knife, in my opinion, to use, and it's just a basic one. It's not a locking blade. The locking blades don't give you that little bit of, it seems like their blades too far in or too far out. It's something about the OFA silver. I've used it from the beginning. It's my go-to, my choice on knives. A file. Occasionally, if you really try to get your edges tight, occasionally you're going to have one that you can hang a finger on, so you have to go back and file that area. So I keep a file with me. Flat mini screwdriver. This thing is a multi-tool. I can remove most all rear view mirrors with it, whether it's a hex head. This fits right in that hex head. Take it right out, so you don't have to carry multiple tools. This is many tools in one. Even the clip-on Fords, you can stick it up in there and wiggle it, pop it out. Multi-use. I use that a lot. You can see it's well worn too. I've had it for years. Pig tool. This is mainly used for headrest. You know, you have that little hole that you have to poke in and release to let them slide out. So that's really occasionally this one, if this won't get the rear view mirrors off on some of the Fords, ones with clips, sometimes I can stick this one up there, wiggle it, and pop it off. A pen to fill out tickets. Always need a pen. Of course, multiple single edge razor blades. We're always using those. Usually I can do a whole car with one razor blade unless it's got unless I'm removing some film. So I usually have enough to last me a day. Another Bondo, but this one, the white Bondo, is the hard Bondo. I only use this one to heat shrink. If you use the yellow soft ones, they're just gonna melt. So the only thing this touches is the shrinking outside of the film. That's it. And again, you can tell it's had some use. I've used it for years. Little chiseler. This tool's been out for three decades, maybe 4 decades. I'm not sure what it was used for, but we incorporated it into the window tinting back in the day. It come from somewhere. I'm not sure if it was made specifically for the window tinting industry or not. I know these were made for the auto body industry, not the window tinting. So these came from somewhere, but these two are some of the most popular tools. It's been around a long time. Actually, these three, let's say these four tools is really all we had for the first 5-10 years of window tinting. And then, of course, the Conquest came out, and man, I was so happy to see that Titan come out, the Glass Saber. And then the last one here is a scraper. I have some different versions of these, but the metal ones I really prefer. These are lightweight, and that's what I like about them, but they don't make them like they used to. They just really, if you're just cleaning glass and never have to remove some kind of little sticker down by the door lock, these work fine, but you can get a little more strength in these, but still a lot of times they'll push back, but they work great. It's the one I prefer. And that's it. I'll make some more videos here how to actually use each one of these tools and post those if I have some interest in this video. So if you'd like for me to make more, subscribe, click the like button, send me a private message, maybe what you would like to see. Like I said, I've been doing this over 4 decades, and I've seen a lot, done a lot, and what I see the guys online given some of the advice they're given, it works, and it's nothing wrong with it, but I think it's the long way around. Kind of like plotters. I'm not a fan of plotters, not in the beginning. I believe everyone should learn how to properly hand cut before a plotter, before you ever consider using a plotter. If you have a shop on a main drag somewhere and you're slamming them out all day long, you know, possibly we could use a plotter, but I've never seen really any advantage of using a plotter. It's just my personal opinion. But that's it. Like I said, hit the subscribe, like button. Tell me what you'd like to see or hear my point of view on. Be glad to make a video. Thank you.